Welcome to the Humanergy Leadership Podcast. My name is David Wheatley. We're here to talk leadership in small, bite-sized and practical chunks. Enjoy.
So I wanted to talk this episode about venting. And a lot of people have talked to me about how they like to have a place to vent and what venting actually means. And so I want to put some clarity on what I see as venting. And I want to talk about what I call safe venting spaces. So a safe venting space is someone that you can go to where you can talk through your frustrations with a situation or a person and get nothing but the listening ear and a pushback for what you're going to do about that. The danger of venting is quite often it can turn into gossip. So I vented to somebody and then they talk to somebody else about how I vented to them, and my venting never gets back to the person I was venting about. So this safe venting space is that person that I can go to where I know that I am venting and I know that they're going to listen, but then they're not going to judge. They're not going to give action. They're just going to say, so what are you going to do about that? That drives you towards fixing the problem and addressing the problem in the best way you possibly can. Now, that idea of a safe venting space, there's some rules that I've found work. It should not be your boss. And the reason why it shouldn't be your boss is because sometimes if you vent to your boss, they have to do something about what they've just heard. It's not a confidential space. It's not a space where you can just let off steam. The same reason it should not be HR, because you're giving people information there that they may have to do something about. And so that neither of those should be your safe venting place. The third one I found is it probably shouldn't be your significant other. If you're going home from work all the time and venting to your significant other, she's not seeing or he's not seeing the best side of you. So find that safe venting space and make sure it's clear when you're venting. So you can come in and say, hey, David, I just need to vent, which then triggers them to say, okay, I'm just going to listen. And then I'm going to hold you accountable for doing something about what you're just venting about. So I'm not going to let you get away with just letting off the steam. I'm going to ask you now, you've let off the steam, you've given that space. Now, what are you going to do about it to make this better? So think about what's my safe venting space. Thanks for listening.
That was the Humanergy Leadership Podcast. My name's David Wheatley. For further information about Humanergy, go to humanergy.com or check out our latest book, What Great Teams Do Great, from all good bookstores. Have a good one. Stay healthy.